Do we think such a thing as a sixth sense could exist? Does it exist out there? Have we all got a sixth sense, Melinda?
I think so. Yeah, I do. I think that there is so much that we can tap into, beyond the sort of five senses, and it doesn't have to go into that kind of really etherical world that maybe we don't understand. But a simple way to understand it might be, intuition, like a mother's intuition, gut feeling, thinking of somebody and then they're calling you. Even if you sort of look in the sort of natural world, animals have this ability to sense when, the weather is about to change dramatically. If there's a tsunami coming, they'll respond and react. So they're picking up on something. So it's almost like there's a radar that can pick up on this kind of unconscious communication that's out there. And of course, if we're tuned into that, if we have the ability to tune into that, then we can pick up on that too. And I think often if you've gone through life and you've had adversity or you've really been challenged, then there is like a compensatory factor where our brain will kind of wire up and develop other skills that may lie latent in other people.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever experienced anything like that?
I have.
Have you?
I have, yeah. I had one sort of very strong experience. I've had lots of different kinds of experiences. One particularly strong one was when my son was about 4 years old, on holiday, in a house that had a swimming pool, and the steps that led to the swimming pool had a little gate, and I can remember saying to everybody, make sure you shut the gate, because he's only a toddler. And anyway, I was doing the washing in a room without any windows or doors, so I couldn't hear or see anything outside. And I had a voice, as if it was in the room next to me, that said, Morgan's on the stairs. It was as clear and sharp as that. And I just dropped what I was doing. I ran out. Sure enough, everybody else had gone. They'd left the gate open, and he was walking down to the pool. And if I hadn't heard that or picked that information up, however I picked it up, I wouldn't have gone out there, and I dread to think what would have happened. Mm-hmm. And so that's in an extreme circumstance. And who knows what that is, who knows, what I've tapped into to get that information. But there's so much more to us, I believe, than just this sort of physical body, just these five senses.
Janet's waiting to get in here. I can sense
I've let Melinda have her say. You started off talking about animals knowing there was going to be a tsunami. I think scientists and naturalists have all proved that there isn't. Animals do not have some superior intelligence or extrasensory perception. Their idea that there's going to be a storm or the climate's going to change is based on the fact that their senses have developed differently and they can sense tiny changes in moisture or temperature or humidity, and they know from that. So that is actual real things that they are sensing that we can't. That doesn't mean they've got a sixth, seventh, eighth or ninth sense. As for believing there are spirits or auras or things going on around us, I've got one word to say: cack. I'm sorry.
I love a good debate.
Yeah.
What about, do you never get that feeling, though, Janet, where your gut instinct tells you to do something or not do something? My gut instinct is telling me, yes,
I think all the surveys, all the studies into unexplained things, people predicting air crashes and so on, you can't always explain things, but that doesn't mean that there's an explanation or that there's a sixth. There are powerful forces at work. I just refuse to believe it. I think everything is grounded in logic and there's a reason for everything. And the fact that your son was on the steps to the swimming pool and you were doing the washing, it's called memory. You just had a blank bit of memory and you weren't thinking, and then you were thinking. And it's true that we go through the day and sometimes we might step in the road and the car might nearly miss us because we weren't thinking, but we don't think, oh, there's a power that moved me out of the way of the car. You just think these things happen or they don't happen. They're logical. Everything's based in logic.
But it can be logical, can't it? It can be real, like you say. It's just that developed senses. But with some of us, some of the senses are shut down, so we're not picking up as much information. It's like unconscious communication. I mean, have you ever had that sort of feeling where somebody's called and you know who it's going to be? Have you ever had those experiences?
Or you've thought of somebody and then they
ring you?
When I started as a journalist, a very well-known celebrity astrologer drew my horoscope and he went, Janet, you could be a medium. well, can you imagine? He said, you've got psychic powers. I went, great, I'm going to be a success. I'm going to predict it. I'm going to get all the forces, all the supernatural working at it. And I just don't believe in it.
But it did happen.
Be supernatural.
Yeah, but I had to what's it off for it, thank you. No psychic powers help me.
Intuition? Don't believe in it.
You're not gonna change your mind.
No.
That's my gut feeling.
Yeah. Do you believe there's such a thing as a sixth sense? 89% of you said yes. So there you go. Thank you
That's 2 pounds
very
I've
much
lost
for
in
that.
one day.